So this is a book, a little-known book by a man named Ian Fleming. It's about a guy called James Bond, and he's recently become a 00 agent for the MI6, And MI6 is run by this old man who is like, James Bond's dad, and he's called M. And M gives Bond this giant fucking dossier, on this guy called Le Chiffre. And it says, Le Chiffre is naughty because SMERSH, which is Spionum, deaf to spies, it's like the KGB is, if the KGB is the FBI, then, they are the CIA. So, anyhow, Le Chiffre was entrusted with their money, and he put it all on these brothels in this place where prostitution then got illegalized, and so he lost all the damn money. And so at the Casino Royale, he's supposed to play a big high-stake baccarat game, and you basically just say Banco Suivi, and one person has a shoe, but not a real shoe, that lets cards out, and then they give the cards to the person on the other side, and then they have to get better cards than each other somehow, and say Banco Suivi, back and forth. Anyway, James Bond, is to oh yes, that's right. He's supposed to clean out Le Chiffre so that he doesn't get any money, and then he has to come crying to MI6 and say, "I'll tell you all about SMERSH if you let me inside from the cold, because I am like a stray dog." And then, what happens? Oh, yes. The Chiffre's naughty henchmen, at some point, they try to shoot Bond in the back with a gun in a cane. Naughty. But then there's other henchmen, these bumbling imbecile henchmen, blow themselves up, with a bomb, and their bits go everywhere. And then Bond is betrayed by Vesper Lind, who is the girl in the book, and Bond has never loved a woman before, and he's only thought of them as, cheap frills and nothing more than sex objects. Now he believes in women as a love object, and he gets his heart broken, of course, because she betrays him and had been working for SMERSH. And then he gets tortured by Le Chiffre, who whips him in the balls with the bloody carpet beater. It's nothing but awful, Jim. And then Le Chiffre gets shot in the head, though, by a SMERSH man. And he's like, "You know what, James Bond, you've been through a rough night, had a car crash and some ball smashing. I'm just going to do a little bit more damage to you and cut this into your hand." And he cuts a Cyrillic letter into Bond's hand, which marks him as a spy, and he says, "Let that be a lesson to you, naughty boy." And then he goes back home to Russia. And Bond makes good friends with the man from the French Secret Service called René Mathis, and the CIA man called Felix Leiter. And he and René Mathis talk about the nature of good and evil. And at the very start of the book, there's a very helpful, gigantic pamphlet, a book of instructions for baccarat. So you know what the hell's happening, you know? And I tried to play baccarat with the instructions, but I read them upside down and I lost all my money. I just said, "Twinkle, sweetie," you know? And I was like, you know, I want to play with the shoe that has the cards that come out of it, you know, because it's cool. Anyway, yes, Vespa kills herself, so after Smash wanted to do more stuff for them, but she doesn't want to do anything for them anymore because she loves James Bond, and she leaves the suicide note behind, and Bond, you know, he says, you know, the job is over or something, the bitch is dead now, you know, but then, you know, he pretends he's all tough and he doesn't care, but he does care, but he's just, you know, he learned his lesson not to trust anyone into his heart. And, you know, he's like, you know, really fucked up in the head from all the stuff that happened to him. And he wants to fuck up Smirch really bad. And so then he's going to look for Smirch. And he'll find Smirch in the next book. And we'll see what happens with that, you know. Extended Royale, it's a pretty good book. It's a pretty short little book. It takes you about a day to read it. Some of it is nothing but casino gambling bullshit and stuff about chandeliers and wines and caviar and things like that. And Ian Fleming is like, you know, is talking, you know, like down to us, like, you know, this is the high life, you know, you peasants. And I'm like, you know, shut the hell up, Ian Fleming. Stop describing everything. You know, you're describing everything in microscopic detail, and it's driving me mad.